It's been a long, long season. Well, it's September 21st, and it's super windy today. I think the winds are gusting up to like 30 miles an hour or so. They're not in the right direction for any of my stands, so I'm set up in a spot on the ground that I think we've seen a lot of deer come through on the trail cameras, right through this little pinch point in the trees, and I tried to get in here today with my climbing tree stand, but couldn't get it to work, so I'm just trying out the old 5-gallon pail on the ground trick, and we'll see what happens. It's pretty hot, so I don't have super high hopes, but there's been a lot of activity on the trail cameras, so we'll see if we can get it done or not.
I end up sitting until sunset without seeing anything. I'm running out of camera light and start to pack up, when all of a sudden, just like I drew it up, this massive buck steps out.
Merp. Oh my gosh. A freaking big buck just walked through it. I drew back and my freaking arrow fell out. And so I got my arrow. I'm just on the ground right now sitting on a 5-gallon pail, for crying out loud. Sorry about the poor lighting. I don't have a light on this camera, so I'm using my phone. He came by. It's a big buck. I'm not sure which buck it is, but it's a big buck. He came by and I drew back. And my arrow just fell out. Stuck the arrow back in the bow. Switched sides of the tree. And then I saw him. I guess he's about 20-ish yards, 25 yards. Put the pin on him. It was the minute. It was probably 2 minutes before last light. I was about ready to pack up. And I hit him. It sounded like I hit bone and he ran off, but I can see the luminoc out there. We'll go see what happened. Oh my gosh, wish me luck.
After walking out to the arrow and finding no blood whatsoever, my heart began to sink. In a moment of panic, I left behind all my camera gear. Me and my father-in-law began searching basically every bean leaf for blood. After 2 hours passed, I found a speck of hope, a single drop of blood in this massive bean field. We called in the best, my mother-in-law, to come be a third set of eyes. From that point, the three of us were able to find a speck of blood every 15 to 30 yards. We marked every speck of blood with blaze orange reflective tape. It took us until midnight to work our way across that field, only 350 yards. Once we got to the edge of the woods, we found where the buck went in. It was a steep ravine, and the deer had to have been on a full-on run. We found a spot where a deer in bad shape would literally have gone off a cliff if it had been running straight down the ridge. But this deer stopped. We know this because it was the most blood we had found yet. The deer consciously stopped, turned, and took the safe trail down to get to the ridge bottom. We lost blood in the ridge bottom and looked until 3 a.m. Feeling sick, we called the search until first light. We ate dinner and were in bed by 4 a.m. and started the search again only 3 hours later at sunrise, right where we found last blood. Incredibly, I found a new speck of blood so small that I had to take a picture of it on my phone and zoom in so my father-in-law could see it. The deer was going on a path straight up a steep ridge. We lost blood again around 10 a.m. and looked until 1. We took a lunch break and tried without luck to find a local dog tracker. After that, we gathered anyone we could and started a body search, gridding out the property from the last blood. We searched until 6 p.m. Sunday when it started to downpour. In my 18 years of hunting, I had never lost a deer. There are a few times in my life when I have felt so sick for so long from something other than literally having the flu. They say it happens to everyone, but it really sucks when it's you.
Well, it's September 27th, and I'm just sneaking out for a quick after-work hunt. It's about 65 degrees, and we got a good northwest wind coming in. It's bringing in some cooler weather, so hopefully that'll get the deer moving. I ended up not finding the buck I hit last weekend, which is a huge letdown. I think I hit it in the dreaded dead zone right above the lungs, but below the spine. And it's really too bad because it would have been such a cool hunt the way it all worked out from the ground like that. But I guess those things happen and you just gotta move on from it, although it really doesn't feel good. It's a little bit hard to move on. But I feel like me and some other family members really put in our due diligence to try to find that deer, and tracked it for 2 days, 19 hours, and just searched everywhere, and unfortunately, he was long gone, so hopefully he made it. I don't know if he did or not, but hoping there's a chance, so I guess you just gotta get back on the horse and see what happens. All you can ask for is an opportunity, and I got mine already, so anything else that happens this year is just a bonus, so it's hard to ask for 2 opportunities in a book like that. We'll see what happens. Well, it's September 28th, and it's a really nice morning. It's like 45 degrees out and calm. We have like a slight north wind, which is perfect for this spot, but I have not seen a single deer move this entire morning. So, I don't know, I think it was really active last night. I saw 8 deer, and I could hear some other ones and stuff, so I'm wondering if they all didn't just move last night and stayed bedded down this morning, I guess, is my idea, but who knows. This whole weekend looks good, so I'm gonna hunt it hard and see if we can find something. Maybe we'll check out a new stand this afternoon. Well, it's the evening of September 28th, and I'm in a new stand tonight. It's a big white oak acorn tree, and it's set up kind of in the bottom. There's a little farm pond right next to me here, so I'm hoping the deer will pass through here either to get some acorns or just up the ridge there to my south is a bean field, and there's corn not that too much further up there either, so I don't know, hopefully if they want acorns, beans, corn, or water, they've got to come through here to get it, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if how good of a spot it'll be. I don't have any trail cameras here, so it's just kind of a guess, but it seems like a good spot. The wind's out of the north, but I feel like it's kind of swirling in here, sort of weird, so I'm gonna have to check that to make sure it's gonna work out okay, so I don't know. I guess we can just wait and see what happens.